Well, my role is I'm the R&A's Executive Director working for golf, based in St Andrews, and that makes me partially responsible for distributing some of the funds that we generate via the Open Championship each year. We spend up to £10 million a year on golf around the world. Around half of that would go in governance, looking after the rules of golf, rules of amateur status, monitoring equipment and so forth. But the other half, the other £5 million if you like, is spent with many of our affiliate organisations globally. We have, I think, 149 as I speak, and we would support them in various ways. It could be sending golf pros to teach teachers, it could be sending golf equipment, it could be sending greenkeeping machinery, it might be supporting an international championship they're running, and it might be supporting some rules education work. It could be a whole range of things, and all of those are covered under our Working for Golf remit. I think I should probably highlight that the Open Championships, the R&A's only source of income. It's a significant source of income, but it's our only one. So the game, the sport, is largely dependent on the success of the Open Championship annually, and without it we wouldn't be in a position to help golf, work with the PGAs of Europe and do all the things that we try to do on behalf of golf. Well, the relationship between the R&A and the PGAs of Europe, I'm sure, predates me in my role, and will go back, I would imagine from what I've read, into the early 90s, when the R&A started making significant surpluses from running the Open Championship each year. And today's relationship is regular, productive and harmonious, I would say. We now send golf professionals all over the world to not just teach golf, but teach the teachers and leave a legacy. Generally speaking, they would tend to be experts in the delivery of quality education. And all of this is coordinated by Tony Bennett, and Alison White, my colleague, and I work very closely with Tony in particular, and making sure we get the right people for the right jobs. And we're actually starting to see evidence of success in that there are players who have benefited from coaching delivered by PGAs of Europe visitors, if you like, who are now featuring in some of our championships. And it's taken a few years to reach that level, but it's a very good relationship, and I think one of the things that makes us in St Andrews feel good about what we do. I think it's critical because golf professionals aren't just expert teachers of golf. They are ambassadors for the sport in countries where in many instances they may not have golf professionals, they may not have head greenkeepers, they may not have golf club managers, and it's easy for us sitting here in the UK to think that all these countries out there are as developed as we are in a golfing sense, but the fact of the matter is they're not. And the role of the golf professional is and will remain very important to the future health of the sport. In general, I would say there is a lack of opportunity to play in many of the countries affiliated to us. In some countries with big populations there are very, very few golf courses. There are often no golf professionals. It can be very difficult to get hold of equipment, let alone lessons to allow you to know how to use that equipment. In many countries golf is highly seasonal. It's obviously played outdoors, we're reliant on half decent weather. So it faces many challenges, but I think access to the game in many parts of the world remains difficult for reasons of both cost and lack of facilities, and often those two can be interrelated. But as I said earlier, it has much to commend it, and it's our job to spread golf in lots of ways. It can be enjoyed as a spectator sport, it can be enjoyed as a participation sport, it can be enjoyed from cradle to grave. And as I said earlier, again, its unique handicapping system allows people of very differing abilities to play on a reasonably level playing field in a way that it would be difficult to do in some of the other sports. So it has much to commend it, but there are some perceptions in some countries that golf is not for them, it's too expensive, it takes too long, and it's our job to work away and try and cut into some of those perceptions and convince people that golf is good.